Hey guys, welcome to another toy hunt video. I forgot to do an introduction for this before I went out, or as I was out. I guess I was too keen to get out of the black car in the hot day and get on with things, and just completely forgot to actually talk about it. But yeah, we're back home now, and I know how far we actually got through what we planned to do today. I was hoping today would be the first toy hunt with my friend Anth, but he unfortunately was not very well and had to cancel week. That makes us 1-1 on cancelling on each other, and means that this still isn't that toy hunt. But I still had a lot of stuff to do, so I thought we'll just do it anyway and do another one another time. So I needed to pick something up for my girlfriend. I was planning probably Commander Cody's Brickhead. I wanted to go to the Entertainer to pick up an R-Truth figure from the Greatest Hits line, and I was going to go to Smyths for all manner of good stuff. They have like the Ultimate Edition LA Knight for 20. They have the Ultimate Edition Great Muta down to 25. I want to pick up a £10 Tyler Bate. Albert's just come in. That's very, very cool. And there'll be other stuff that I'm not thinking of as well. I know they have DDP, but much like last time the DDP came out, I'm gonna have to just sack it off for other stuff because there's just so much other cool stuff to get at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna start things off in a local shop called P&M Toys and Collectibles. They opened a few years ago, and I've been terrible at actually going in because I'm just never in town anymore. And, you know, I haven't gotten as many toy hunts done in the car as I would have liked. But hopefully we'll do a bit more of an in-depth one soon. And here we go. So PM just moved to a bigger unit, and it's much bigger and more central than I was expecting, which is really good for business. And as you can see, we have some really cool stuff on display here. We have the brand new AEW wave with Willow Nightingale and Swerve and Killswitch. We have some awesome loose bundles here, like a bundle of Hasbro's, etc. And there was also a Miss Elizabeth and Sherry for £10, which would be a good deal if I hadn't already got a Sherry. And some other really cool stuff. They've recently introduced this Lucy cabinet as well, with some really, really cool bits in there. Nothing that I was after, but it's still really cool to look at some nice Lucys in a nice cabinet. And of course, speaking of which, they have the retros loose under the counter as well. And these really cool WWF stickers, but I managed to resist those in the end. You can see on this frame, I didn't really do a close-up of it, but you can see the Walmart exclusive Eddie Kingston and MGF there, which is really cool. They also had the exclusive Luminary Surface Sting on the top shelf, but I missed that off the camera altogether. And of course they have the Monday Night Wars figures, which is really cool, but I am after the Gorilla Monsoon Build-A-Figure, but just not right now. There is too much other stuff. And I had very little money at this point, and too much stuff I was already planning to buy, which to this day I actually haven't bought. Then I thought we'd waste a little bit of time in Forbidden Planet since it's there anyway, and waste of time it certainly was. They had the new AEW waves as well, and of course they had the rest of the Howard Finkel pieces that I need, but not for $29.99. That is not going to happen anytime soon. You can see we got the CM Punk in there as well, $27.99. The AEW figures and the CM Punk were literally everywhere that day. Behind the Rock we got the Rey Mysterio Ultimate Edition as well, and some basics of course. I actually went around the other side looking for the AEWs, forgetting that I'd literally just looked at them because they used to be around the other side. We got the Red Hulk there as well, some cool Marvel Legends. These really interesting little Fallout miniature things, kind of interesting little display pieces. Some Spider-Man, Marvel Legends, and Star Wars figures and stuff as well. Fast and Furious blind bags, that's interesting. Didn't notice those at the time. And then they have this huge pop figure wall that I will one day feature, but I didn't bother today, so I thought we'd just have a look at Odie for now. And then again, just padding the video out, we went to Toy Town. Very rare that you get something worth having in Toy Town because the stock is bad and the prices are terrible. But a friend of mine recently found a Paul Bearer in here, the jammy bugger. Not really a great price for it because they charge so much for Elites, but, you know, it still exists. And we have a Greatest Hits Jimmy Uso in there. So, that, you know, the guys in PM were literally just telling me they struggle to get enough Usos in stock. So, I mean, I know it's an Uso version, not a solo version, but just trying to get that Ron Simmons to go back on the shelf. And then get the Jimmy on there as well. I mean, yeah, at a certain point, I'm glad I've never applied for Toy Town to complete the hat-trick of toy shop jobs. We've got the Jade Cargill, etc. in there. We've got the Ultimates. various different Ultimates, but nothing I'm really after. They got the ATV, still quite expensive for what it is. But they did also have these Pokemon figures, which is pretty cool. And they did actually have some good deals on pop figures. So I thought I'd have a look at them in case they could finish off the presents for my girlfriend's birthday. But in the end, there wasn't a whole bunch there that I thought she would be interested in. Still, really cool. I'm sure they didn't used to sell these. So yeah, really cool to see them in there. And yeah, definitely some good deals there, which is not something you can say about Toy Town too regularly. And of course, we've got the Funko sodas there. I hardly see those anywhere now. So yeah, very interesting. Here we are in the Entertainer. We've gone for the R-Truth. This is their Funko selection now, really shrunk down. Nothing for GF there. And this is the WWE selection. Not too bad, but what do you not notice? No R-Truth. So I came across these sort of block tech, they're called, succulents. And I thought they'd do for my girlfriend's present. And I was right, she loves them. And then as just a little bit of an extra clip, I went to a B&M the next day, so I thought I'd feature that as well. Funnily enough, I actually walked straight past this shipper, expecting to see the figures on the shelves initially. So yeah, again, cool CM Punk and stuff like that in there. We've got these UFC figure blind boxes, which I would be interested in if I was a bit more into my UFC. And we've got those Fallout little figures again. So yeah, kind of cool. And of course, we still have the 3 mandatory Miss Elizabeths with very damaged boxes now. A very damaged EO Sky basic as well. And then I saw these Stitch Funko Pop bundles. And the Stitch with the ice cream on his tongue is something I've been wanting for a long time. So I probably will go back and pick one of those up at some stage. Hey guys, so I'm back at home now. I mean, I say that I just filmed the intro a second ago. Oh yeah. So I ended up talking to the lads in P&M Toys for a long time. And in the end, I felt like I was going to get stuck in school traffic, which is not an awful lot of fun around my end. So I was very keenly aware of that. So that's why the clips are quite short in this video. Of course, the Entertainer didn't have R-Truth. And I did manage to find something to get my girlfriend instead of the Commander Cody Brickhead. Because I think by the time that I was like in the Entertainer, I was done. You know, I'd had enough. They didn't have the R-Truth. I needed to get something for my girlfriend, and I just thought, you know what, maybe Smyths isn't happening today. But who knows? Maybe I'll go out and do it in the morning. Maybe I'll do it in the next part of this video. Maybe I'll tack it on, or more likely we'll get 2 toy hunts out of it. I don't know. But anyway, I found these like block tech plants for £3 each in the Entertainer. They're very cool. And for all 4 of them, it's about the price I was planning on spending on that Commander Cody Brickhead. So I got those for her. I know she'll be very happy with those. And then so that the day wasn't a complete waste and I hadn't paid for parking for no reason, I decided to pick up the Ultimate Edition LA Knight from the Entertainer. It was the same price in Smyths, down to £20. And I knew I was going to probably put it off in Smyths as long as I could because of all this other stuff that was coming out. But again, you know, I knew I was going to buy one eventually, and I thought, yeah, I've just wasted money on the parking if I don't pick something up as well, since they didn't have the R-Truth in stock. It says on the website they do have it in stock, and it says they have it in stock in Hartlepool as well, so I'll maybe check in there in the next couple of days while I'm up there with my girlfriend, but, you know, it says the same thing as it does for my store, and we didn't have it, so who knows. And the Entertainer are running a thing at the moment where if you spend more than £10, you can there's a number of items you can buy for £5. So I bought this Mickey and the Beanstalk game for my nephew. There wasn't really anything that jumped out other than that as like something that like might like be more of an adult board game that would be interesting. There was an Indiana Jones thing where I wasn't sure whether that was more of a kids thing or more of a grown-up thing. There was another Disney game as well. There was a load of other stuff too. So really cool, definitely worth checking out. It's really not hard to spend a tenner in the Entertainer. So yeah, really, really cool. Put that away with the Super Police Station for my nephew's birthday. And assuming that there is nothing else spliced on at the end of this video, that is the end of this toy hunt. So if you did enjoy it, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and check out the Toy Hunts playlist in the end screen. I promise they're usually a bit more interesting than this. Like I said, I rushed all the clips. I ended up chatting with most of the people that, like, with someone in half the places I went to in the Entertainer and in P&M Toys. So I was both a bit, you know, a bit uncomfortable about filming stuff, and also I was very keenly aware of time. So I do apologize if this was a bit of a dud one, but I still think it was worth finishing, and I thought it was still kind of interesting. At the end of the day, I don't produce enough toy hunts, so, you know, it is what it is. And hopefully we'll get back out for the Smiths hunt either at the end of this video in the morning or in another video a little bit later on. Okay, but for now, I really do appreciate you guys joining me, so thank you all for watching, and goodbye. I really do appreciate you guys joining. I really do appreciate you guys doing whatever it was I just said.